For those of you wondering whatever happened to that Albuquerque-based radio show, Adam versus the Man, you knew I wasn't going away, right? Well, instead, we're sticking it to the man on his home turf in Washington, D.C. I'm grateful to announce that Adam versus the Man will now be coming to television on RT America, starting with our first episode on Monday, April 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in for what you need to know and what you need to do about it. It's time to move forward as we look forward, as the power of modern technology allows us like never before. Those who use government to exploit us have tried to make life about politics. But this show is not about just politics. It's about life. Adam versus the Man is about living like a free, dignified human being, living like government doesn't exist, and loving it. Now, in order to do this show, I had to move to this putrid swamp, Mortar on the Potomac, Washington, D.C. Despite the Obamas, it's still Hollywood for ugly people. And no matter how much lipstick or designer clothing you put on a pig, the people who do business in the city are not just responsible for so much of the ugly in this world. Some of them are also just plain ugly, repulsive, wicked people. Of all the places I've been in the world, none embodies police state quite like the District of Criminals. By contrast, my home state, the one we call New Mexico, it's cleaner than the old Mexico, is one of the most free, and I'm sure gonna miss it. But before I go back to getting ready for our first episode coming up Monday, April 11th at 7 p.m., I want to say something to my little brothers and sister, Andrew, Alex, Alden, and Audrey. You and your peers are going to be running this country in a couple of decades, and your odds of pulling America out of this tailspin don't look too good to the rest of the world right now. When you turn 18 in America these days, your share of the debt is over $45,000. We're still fighting wars over natural resources. And as an American, you're more likely to be killed by a cop than by a terrorist. So you better start paying attention to things that matter. Because no generation in human history before us has had the opportunity to shape the destiny of our species with the daunting challenges and unprecedented capabilities before us. And I hope I can be of help. Oh yeah, and Adam versus the Man is also about challenging authority. So we'll have what we called in the Marines a target-rich environment here. Weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, starting next Monday. Check out the link to adamversustheman.com in the description to sign up for special announcements, vote on future guests, and help make this show something valuable for the freedom movement. From the cutting edge of the human experience, this is Adam Kokesh from Washington.